He was just picking up groceries. A quiet black man, minding his business, in the wrong place at the wrong time. Then came the scream, then the finger pointing. Within seconds, everyone had their phones out. Accused. Surrounded. Shamed. But what happened just minutes later? The truth came crashing in like thunder. And what the world saw next didn't just change his life. It shattered the internet. Hey, if this is your first time here, smash that subscribe button right now. You don't want to miss what's coming next. Marcus Bryant didn't expect his life to change in the cereal aisle. It was a warm Saturday afternoon in Atlanta, and the air was thick with the kind of heat that made your skin sticky before you even stepped out of your car. Marcus wiped the sweat from his brow as he pushed the glass door open to Westdale Market, one of the few neighborhood stores that still sold the old-school lemon pies his niece loved. He was running late. His sister, Danielle, had called twice already. Don't forget the lemonade, the chips, and the candy. She wants the red gummy bears specifically. Marcus chuckled to himself, maneuvering his way past a stack of canned beans and the humming freezer aisle. He wore a simple black tee and gray joggers, nothing fancy. His locks were tied back. He had AirPods in, softly playing an old Usher track. He was calm, peaceful, just a man picking up snacks for his niece's 10th birthday party. And then it happened. A scream. Loud. Sharp. Panicked. It sliced through the store like a siren. Stop him. He took my purse. Marcus froze. At first, he thought someone had gotten robbed near the front of the store. He glanced toward the cashier. Then he saw her. A white woman in a pink blouse was pointing at him. That's him. He's running. He took it. Confusion washed over Marcus like a tidal wave. What the hell? Shoppers turned. Eyes locked on him. Some gasped. One woman stepped back and clutched her child. I didn't, Marcus started. But it didn't matter. The accusation had already landed. 2 store security guards, both middle-aged and out of shape, rushed down the aisle toward him. Sir, put your hands up, right now. What? I didn't do anything. Marcus held his hands up, backing against the cereal boxes. I don't even know what she's talking about. The woman was crying now, mascara running, trembling. My purse was in my cart. He walked past me. Then it was gone. It was him. He was right next to me. Phones came out. Shoppers recorded. A few muttered things under their breath. Marcus's mind spun. He hadn't even gone near her. He was in the snack aisle the whole time. A man in a baseball cap sneered. Of course it's him. A teenager on TikTok whispered, Yo, this is about to go viral. One of the guards pulled out a zip tie. Don't resist, say. Wait. Look in my hands. Look in my pockets. I don't have anything. Marcus protested. But they weren't listening. One of them twisted his arm behind his back roughly. Pain shot up Marcus's shoulder. Someone cheered. Another shouted, Just cuff him already. The cameras were still rolling. Humiliated. Helpless. Angry. He kept trying to explain. I didn't touch her bag. I was in the aisle over, buying candy for my niece. His voice broke a little, but no one cared. Until a small voice rose up from behind the cereal shelf. Excuse me. Everyone turned. It was a little girl, maybe 8 years old, with tanned skin, curly brown hair, and big glasses. She was clutching a bag of marshmallows and standing next to her grandmother's cart. I saw what happened, she said softly. That man didn't take the pace. The store fell into an eerie silence. What did you say, sweetheart? Her grandmother asked. I was standing right there, the girl said. The lady left her purse by the apples. Then she walked to the ice cream freezer and forgot it. He wasn't even close to her cart. He was picking out chips. The woman's face turned ghost white. Marcus's chest heaved. See, I told you. One of the security guards looked panicked now. Are you sure you left it near the apples? I think, maybe. I don't know, the woman stammered. An older man near the entrance walked up holding a black purse. Found this near the apples. Is this what you were yelling about? The room exploded with noise. The TikTok kid yelled, Oh my God. A few people cursed. One man laughed nervously. The woman's face crumpled. I was just scared. I didn't mean to. You didn't mean to ruin a man's life, someone shouted. The guards let go of Marcus. He rubbed his shoulder, eyes burning. "I could have been killed," he muttered. "Over a lie." His voice wasn't angry. It was broken. The little girl walked up and gently touched his hand. "I'm sorry they were mean. I think you're nice." A tear slipped down Marcus's cheek. He nodded at her, unable to speak. The grandmother hugged her granddaughter. "You did a brave thing, baby. You told the truth." The crowd shifted now. Angry murmurs rose up. Phones turned to the woman in the pink blouse. "Racist," someone whispered. Another said, "She didn't even apologize." The store manager finally came running in. "What the hell is going on?" Marcus didn't stay to explain. He walked out slowly, head high, heart heavy. But what he didn't know was that the entire incident had been recorded by 3 people from start to finish. And within hours, it would be online. By nightfall, the video would hit 12 million views. And Marcus Bryant, the man falsely accused in the cereal aisle, would become the most talked about name on the internet. Marcus sat on the edge of his bed, phone buzzing nonstop, his mind still stuck in the cereal aisle. He hadn't been able to sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw it again, the crowd circling him, the security guards pulling his arms behind his back, the shaking woman pointing like she'd seen the devil. He felt ashamed, even though he hadn't done anything. That's the thing about being falsely accused in public. It sticks to your skin. It coats you in doubt, in humiliation. You don't just walk away from it. You carry it. But then, at 6:23 a.m., he got a text from his cousin Jaden in Chicago. "Bro, is this you?" Attached was a TikTok link. Marcus clicked it. There he was, center screen. Hands in the air. The caption read, "This black man was accused of stealing a purse in a grocery store. What really happened will blow your mind." The video was only 90 seconds long, but it showed everything, from the moment the woman screamed, to the little girl's quiet truth, to Marcus walking out in silence. He read the comments, barely breathing. That woman needs to be arrested for false accusation. This could have ended with a bullet. Remember that. The little girl deserves a medal. She saved him. He deserves justice. The video had 2.8 million views, and it was only getting bigger. By noon, it had hit 10 million. By 3 p.m., Marcus was trending on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok under the tag #JusticeForMarcus. Across the country, newsrooms began reaching out. ABC News, Good Morning America, CNN. All of them wanted to talk to Marcus Bryant, the man at the center of a story that was stirring the soul of a nation. But Marcus wasn't ready to talk. Not yet. His sister Danielle came by with his niece, Layla, to check on him. The little girl ran into his arms and hugged him so tightly he thought his chest might crack open. "I'm so glad nothing happened to you, Uncle Marcus," she whispered. He kissed her forehead. "Me too, baby." Danielle sat on the couch, eyes red. "You good?" He shrugged. "As good as I can be after getting accused of robbery for buying gummy bears." She winced. "I didn't sleep. I couldn't breathe for hours," he said. "Not from fear. From shame. Like I did something wrong. And I didn't. But I still felt it." Danielle reached for his hand. "You've done nothing to be ashamed of. The whole country sees that now. They're on your side." He shook his head. "They're on my side now. What if no one recorded it? What if that little girl hadn't spoken up?" There was a pause. "Then I'd be in jail, or worse." Meanwhile, the internet kept burning. Activists reposted the video. Celebrities like Zendaya, LeBron James, and Taraji P. Henson commented on it. Hashtags exploded. #Believe Black Men. #Wrongfully Accused. #We See You Marcus. #Thank You Little Hero. Then came the statement from the woman in pink. Her name was Cheryl Masterson, a schoolteacher from a nearby suburb. Her face was all over the internet. People found her Facebook, her LinkedIn, even her wedding photos. She released a shaky apology on her private Instagram. "I was frightened. I made a mistake, and I deeply regret what happened. I never meant to cause harm." The comments were brutal. "You didn't just make a mistake. You accused an innocent man and almost destroyed his life. How many others have you falsely blamed before? You cried wolf and nearly got him caged." Marcus read the apology with a flat expression. Regret means nothing when it comes after a lie. His phone buzzed again. This time, it was from the Ellen Show. Danielle saw the message pop up. Girl, that's the big league. Marcus shook his head. I don't want to be a celebrity. I just want to be free. But maybe telling your story is part of that freedom, she said quietly. Maybe people need to hear what you felt, what it's like to be black, innocent, and still the first one blamed. Marcus looked at his niece, playing quietly with a Barbie on the rug. He made a decision. That night, Marcus went live on Instagram. He didn't rehearse. He didn't write a speech. He just talked. Hey y'all. My name is Marcus Bryant. Some of you know me as the man who got accused of stealing a purse. I know the video went viral. I know it's everywhere. But I want to tell you what it felt like from my side. He told them about the fear, about the shame, about how the air in the room felt like knives. I wasn't scared of the gods, he said. I was scared of becoming a hashtag. Another black man whose story ends with a mugshot or a tombstone. And all for nothing. Tears welled in his eyes. But then a little girl, 8 years old, told the truth. She spoke up. That saved me. He paused. And I'm not posting this for fame. I'm posting this for every black person who's been accused, blamed, cornered, humiliated, for no damn reason. The video ended with 6 words. I'm still standing. And I'm speaking. Within minutes, his live video hit 1 million views. By midnight, 10 million. By morning, 43 million. The next day, Marcus got a call. Not from a TV show. Not from the mayor. But from the little girl's mother. The call came early in the morning, just as sunlight began slipping through the blinds of Marcus's modest apartment. His phone vibrated on the nightstand. The caller ID showed unknown, but he answered anyway. Hello. Marcus's voice was cautious. Hi, Mr. Bryant. This is Linda Rivera, Layla's mother. Marcus sat up straight. Oh, hi, Linda. It's good to hear from you. Linda's voice was warm but nervous. I just wanted to thank you for what you said last night, for speaking out, and for being so strong. Marcus smiled softly, rubbing the back of his neck. Thank you. That means a lot. There was a pause. Layla has been telling us about you all week, Linda continued. She's such a brave girl. I'm proud of her for standing up, even when everyone else doubted. Marcus's heart swelled. She saved me. Honestly, I don't think I would have been able to get through that day without her. Linda sighed. I know, and I want you to know that our family wants to support you, whatever you need. Marcus blinked back tears. That's really kind. Thank you. They talked a little longer, about Layla's birthday plans, about how kids have a way of seeing truth clearer than adults. After hanging up, Marcus felt something shift inside him. The weight of false accusations still lingered, but now there was hope, connection, humanity. News outlets were no longer just reporting the story. They were spotlighting the real issues behind it. Marcus found himself invited to speak at community forums, university panels, and even city council meetings. Each time, he shared his story honestly, not as a victim, but as a man who refused to be defined by faucets. At one event, a local pastor approached him. Marcus, she said, your courage is inspiring. You're helping to change hearts and minds. Marcus nodded. I just want a world where my son doesn't have to live in fear because of his skin. The pastor smiled gently. And with voices like yours, maybe that day is coming sooner than we think. But Marcus's journey wasn't without hardship. The woman who accused him, Cheryl Masterson, faced a lawsuit for defamation. The community was divided. Some blamed her mental state, others called her racist. Cheryl herself became a ghost online. No public appearances, no interviews, just silence. Marcus struggled with forgiveness. At night, he would think, how do I forgive someone who almost destroyed my life? One afternoon, as he sat on a park bench, an elderly man approached. Mind if I sit? The man asked. Sure, Marcus replied. The man introduced himself as Henry Lewis, a retired judge. I watched your story, Henry said, and I wanted to tell you something. Marcus looked up. Injustice thrives when silence is accepted. But people like you, speaking your truth, that's the light. That's the change. Marcus nodded slowly. Thank you. Henry smiled. Keep speaking, son. You're stronger than you know. Weeks passed. Marcus's online following grew into a community, a family of voices demanding justice. He started a foundation to help people wrongfully accused of crimes, raising funds to support legal aid and public awareness campaigns. Layla was his inspiration, the little girl who taught him that truth has power, even when the world doubts it. One evening, Marcus sat on his porch, scrolling through messages from people who had seen his story. A message caught his eye. Thank you for reminding me that I'm not alone. He smiled, because now Marcus Bryant knew he wasn't just standing, he was leading. Marcus never imagined that one false accusation could ignite a nationwide conversation. But as weeks turned into months, the ripple effect of his story transformed into a wave. People from all walks of life shared their own stories of wrongful accusation, racial profiling, and injustice. Grassroots organizations mobilized. City halls hosted panels. Schools introduced lessons about bias and empathy. Marcus became more than a symbol. He became a leader. He traveled across states, speaking at rallies and town halls, urging people to listen to the unheard. The system is broken, he said in one powerful speech. But together, our voices can fix it. The media covered his foundation's work, spotlighting families helped, wrongful convictions overturned, and policies changed. Marcus's life slowly began to heal. The lawsuit against Cheryl Masterson was settled quietly. Cheryl issued a public apology, acknowledging the pain she caused. Marcus, after long reflection, accepted it. Not because he forgot, but because forgiveness freed him. His relationship with his family deepened. Danielle often told him how proud she was. You turned pain into power, she said one night, hugging him. Marcus looked at Layla, now a little hero in her own right, speaking out for truth in school. He thought about the future, a future where his son could grow up fearless. And while scars remained, they no longer defined him. Marcus Bryant was no longer just the man falsely accused. He was the man who stood tall, who spoke up, who changed a nation. Years later, Marcus walked through a crowded community center named after him, the Marcus Bryant Center for Justice. Families came for support, students came to learn, activists came to organize. He smiled, knowing that from the darkest moment came a light that would never fade. Because sometimes, the truth of one man's story can break the internet and break down barriers forever.